Coming up, hear why the legendary Chi Omega fountain has temporarily disappeared.
Also, Lawrence parking officers are trading in their ticketing machines to lend a helping hand.
People will say, good job, and it's the thank yous that, that is gratifying.
And later, a local bar is hosting a month-long event for the spooky season.
Live from the studio in Stauffer Flint at the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Welcome to KUJH News. I'm Cameron McCrory.
And I'm Sydney Clark. The Chi fountain has been a staple of the Kansas campus since it was dedicated in 1955. However, today a construction fence surrounds the concrete that used to be a part of the Chi Omega fountain. Students around campus are worried that the fountain is being taken down for good, and the graduation traditions that are performed there will no longer be a part of the university. Mike Reisky told the story of what is really going on at the Chi fountain. Reisky also said in the interview that the donor wants to restore the fountain to what it once was, which includes putting a pineapple back on top of the fountain that hasn't been there for years. The plan is for the fountain to be complete for commencement in 2025.
On-campus jobs are a great way for students to relieve financial stresses and boost their resumes. But what jobs are available at KU and how can students take advantage of campus job resources? KUJH's Prescott Deckinger takes a deeper look.
Before students throw their caps, they routinely search for ways to gain work experience and reduce financial burdens during college. Stresses such as competitive job markets and expenses like meal plans, class books, and transportation plague students daily. Luckily, a variety of on-campus jobs are available to help alleviate those anxieties.
I feel like one of my favorite things about my on-campus job is getting to meet people. I've expanded very much on how to act around certain people, which I think is valuable to have when you're going to the job market.
Hundreds of on-campus jobs exist. Some of the most common ones include student ambassadors, campus dining, and rec workers.
Student jobs are flexible, allow students a leg up on their resume. Oh no, oh gosh! And help students stay on their feet with a reliable source of income. Oh, smell that dough.
Having an on-campus job means that I don't have to leave campus to go to work somewhere else. I can kind of fit it in with my schedule.
According to HireJayhawks.com, more than 90% of KU students work while attending college. The website provides students resources such as mock interviews, resume building, and career coaching.
I think there's a lot to be learned running a facility like this, interacting with the people, customer service skills.
Campus is chock full of opportunities, and a job could be waiting just around the corner for you. For KUJH News, I'm Prescott Deckinger.
For any students looking to join the KU workforce, visit KUJH's website to learn more.
The city of Lawrence brought back their Downtown Ambassadors program last year, an effort to keep the streets of downtown Mass Street clean. And the beginning during the pandemic, it efforts to bring parking officers back to work, but took a hiatus once the officers went back to their full-time responsibilities. I got a chance to learn more about this program that is continuing to keep downtown Lawrence beautiful. Every week, Tuesday through Friday, parking officers trade in their ticketing machines and pick up a helping hand. Its main goal, to keep downtown Lawrence beautiful.
Trying to keep the downtown in nice shape for visitors from out of state or out of town. And it just makes the town look better.
Ziak has been a parking officer for almost 26 years and says one of the best parts of her job is getting to be out in the community and help keep her city clean. Every week there's a new downtown ambassador like Ziak helping pick up trash, remove graffiti, complete maintenance work, and lend a helping hand to visitors. And not only does this bring a smile to the officers, but also the community.
There's been a handful of people reach out that have seen us do things, and it's like that kind of gives us the momentum to kind of keep moving forward and just put smile on people's faces.
It is a position that is seen in a negative light, but is turned into a positive one with the help of the Ambassador program. From the pickup of one piece of trash to even the removal of a graffiti tag.
You know, people don't like us when we're given tickets, as to where when we do this, it gives us a break from all the negativity that we get sometimes.
And it's the thank yous that make it all worth it.
I get thanked a lot, and people will say, good job, you know, and it's the thank yous that, you know, that is gratifying.
So far this year, the city has picked up over 14,000 gallons of trash and removed 1,000 graffiti tags and stickers. If you would like to get involved with the Ambassador program or see something that needs fixing, you can contact the city at parking@lawrencekansas.org and head over to our website at KUJHnews.com.
The homeless camp that sat behind the Amtrak station has been shut down and dismantled by the city. This is part of the homelessness solution policy that the city approved just a few months ago. KUJH's Francesca Nofrio is live at the former camp. Francesca.
Thanks, Cameron. The camp behind me was shut down by the city just 2 days ago, and it is currently being bulldozed, leaving its residents with limited options. The city urged the residents to relocate to the Lawrence Community Shelter, but many chose to move to a second camp. This is the second camp to be shut down by the city in the past year. The unsanctioned camp that many chose to move to is named The Hole. The city is hoping to end homelessness through their 5-year plan, which is currently in their second year. This plan has helped 61 people so far, with 166 being the goal to help by the end of the year. Back to you in the studio, Cameron.
Thanks, Francesca. The city has spent nearly $2.5 million on the 5-year plan, with a potential 10-year sales tax increase on the ballot. The increase would be an extra penny for every $10 that you spend, estimated to raise an extra $1 million for the program. For more information about the program, please visit KUJHnews.com.
Several counties in northeast Kansas are under a red flag warning until 7 p.m. today, according to the National Weather Service.
Weather forecaster Sam Hansen is here to tell us more. Sam?
You're right, Cameron. It's very fitting that I'm wearing red today because here in Douglas County and for the whole viewing area, in fact, is under a red flag warning until 8 p.m. today, meaning that there is a very high fire danger as we head into this afternoon. Now, what goes into this? Well, we're expecting sustained winds up to 20 to 30 miles an hour this afternoon, gusting all the way up to 40. Combine this with the low humidity, just about 20 to 25%, with all the dry fuels we have thanks to the drought we're under. Any fires that develop are very likely to spread rapidly. Taking a look at wind speeds already, we're pushing the high teens here in Lawrence, Ottawa, Topeka especially, and Osage City already pushing 20 miles an hour in sustained winds. Back to you.
Thanks, Sam. The National Weather Service recommends avoiding any outdoor burning as fires that develop will likely spread quickly.
Later, Sam will be back to give us a look into the rest of this week's forecast.
And with flu season coming up, it's important for students to get their flu shot soon.
The student years are the years when your exposure is probably going to be the greatest.
Also, renovations at Allen Fieldhouse are finished, just in time for late night in the fog. More on these stories after the break.
National champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Welcome back to KUJH News.
As we move into the upcoming week, it looks like these cooler temperatures will continue, and it may be time to bring out your umbrellas. Sam is here to give us more details.
Yes, the temperatures in the 70s will be here for a good while longer. Next rain chance looks to be early next week. I'll get into that in just a minute. Meanwhile, outside right now, perfectly clear skies as we look out from Topeka. And now as you look at the satellite view, there's a couple sort of good bit of cloud cover way out to our west, but nothing here in Lawrence or further off to our east as we speak. Taking a look at temperatures around the area, we're at 61 down in Ottawa, bit cooler up in Kansas City at 59, 60 in Osage, as well as here in Lawrence. As we go through the afternoon today, come 2 p.m. it'll be 68, 4 p.m. 69. We'll top out around 71 degrees this afternoon, and these strong south winds will stick with us throughout the day, as it'll get up to probably around 20 miles an hour sustained, with those gusts getting up above 32 miles an hour as we go into the next couple of hours through the day. Overnight tonight, we'll drop down to a low of around 44 degrees, clear skies. Now, we're not going to get as cool as we were last night, as we dropped down to around 30, a couple degrees below freezing. Thanks to these south winds sticking with us, it'll help to bring in a lot more of that warmer air from down toward the Gulf of Mexico. Tomorrow, it'll be a little bit warmer, 75, thanks to that warm air advection heading our way. Sunny and windy, wind will be a factor as well tomorrow. Saturday up to 76, couple of clouds. Sunday, touch warmer, 78. And then as we get into Monday, we get to our next chance for rainfall. Best chances look to be Monday around noon it'll start, and then the chances will continue through Monday afternoon and evening, moving out probably around sundown, maybe a couple hours after that. But that'll be great, as we've not had any measurable rainfall here it'll be 26 days come Monday when this rain chance comes around. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast, again, that red flag warning is in effect today until 8 p.m. Sunny skies continue through tomorrow. Couple of clouds Saturday, then that rain chance comes Monday. We may break back up above 80 on Tuesday, unfortunately, but that looks to be short-lived. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sam. It sounds like the temperatures are finally dropping, and with that, we head into a new season, flu season. When we all want to stay healthy here on campus, so I spoke to Watkins Health Services about how students can do that. It's that time of year again when sickness really starts to spread throughout campus, but thankfully, staying healthy doesn't have to be hard. Watkins Health Services has got your back with clinics across campus that make it easy to get your flu shot. Students are a group that is especially susceptible to the flu.
Students are very closely working together. A lot of them are living in close quarters, and so the student years are the years when your exposure is probably going to be the greatest.
Watkins Health Services is helping to keep students healthy, offering flu shot clinics at well-known places on campus, such as Anschutz Library and the Underground, for the next month.
So they're able to protect themselves and then those around them against the flu, because each year it can affect everyone differently, and we just want to make sure that everyone's as healthy as they can be.
All students need are their student ID and insurance card, and they're good to go.
It took, I don't even know, less than 10 minutes, so very quick, very easy.
Dr. Sarah Pauly said that October is the ideal month to get your flu shot so that you're protected before the peak of the flu season.
Peak flu season is probably not till January, right around the holidays, maybe right after the holidays. So the sooner the better. It lasts for about 6 months.
Other ways you can stay healthy include:
please don't share people's food and drink like right out of their cup, right off of their plate. I think that might be the #1 way that people are passing germs.
And of course, wash your hands. The easiest way to schedule your flu shot is through your Watkins student patient portal, but walk-ins are also welcome. And for a full schedule of this month's flu clinics, visit studenthealth.ku.edu.
Douglas County Sheriff's Office radio scanners have been publicly broadcasted going back decades, but since October 15th, the Sheriff's Office has encrypted their radio traffic on scanners. KUJH's Ryan Cartman takes a look at why this move is happening and the opposition to it.
Whenever you hear this sound, you may think of police officers responding to an emergency, but there is much more going on behind the scenes. Officers communicate with dispatch through radio scanners, but because of a CJIS update in 2022 for sensitive information, along with an unfunded FBI mandate, the Douglas County Sheriff's Office has encrypted and privatized that traffic. Sheriff J. Armbrister added another reason for the move was some people would listen to communications and take advantage of it.
They would hear the address and then they would drive there or show up there and then inject themselves into an incident that they have no business in.
Local First Amendment lawyer Max Couch explains his biggest concern to the encryption.
This policy is heavily weighted in favor of law enforcement interests and has given short shrift to the public interest. And that is the problem.
Couch also worries that media outlets won't be able to do their jobs of crime reporting properly, leading to a less informed public. He calls on the Sheriff's Office to take a look at this issue.
And why can't they also recognize that there's a public interest component here? and that the public does need to know, and that it has been a traditional avenue of communications.
Sheriff Armbrister explains that the best solution to this problem is by accessing the call log for the department.
You're just going to need to go to the Douglas County Sheriff's Office website and find the call log instead, and then start looking through those calls.
With no solution in sight to satisfy the wants of both sides, it'll be a wait-and-see game for now. Reporting for KUJH News, I'm Ryan Cartman.
Thanks, Ryan. To access the Douglas County Sheriff's call log, visit our website at KUJHnews.com.
With basketball season right around the corner, Allen Fieldhouse went through some off-season renovations. This final phase of the project was completed earlier this week. KUJH's Lauren Ritchie tells us more about what to expect from the historic arena.
Allen Fieldhouse, the mecca of college basketball. Standing at 70 years old, its culture is what's made it so captivating up until this point.
It's been 4 months now since Allen Fieldhouse has undergone its renovations, and with the timeline coming to a near end, the question arises, will it be done in time for the upcoming season?
Starting last June, Turner construction began on the $55 million project with an expected finish of early October. Just a few weeks behind schedule, the second and final phase has officially been complete. Returning senior KJ Adams speaks on his first impressions of the renovations.
Yeah, when we just had our picture day, we just saw it, and it looks pretty awesome. I'm excited.
Teammate Elmarco Jackson shares his thoughts on 1,000 seats being taken out due to some of the upgrades.
Oh, no, Allen's, the best and will always be the best college, venue in sports. So, I feel like I won't really do much. I feel like, yeah.
For your chance to see these changes firsthand, fans can take a self-guided tour on Thursday, October 24th from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, you can visit KUJHnews.com. For KUJH News, I'm Lauren Ritchie.
Thanks, Lauren. It's nice to see that Allen Fieldhouse should be up and running for yet another great season of KU basketball. And up next with sports, we get an in-depth preview of what to expect for late night in the Fog. And 12 athletes were inducted into the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame last weekend. More on that after the break.
Good morning and welcome back to KUJH Sports. I'm Emily Sutter, back with your weekly sports recap. We've got a lot of sports coming to campus this week in honor of homecoming, so let's catch you up on how KU is amping up for the weekend. While we've been keeping you updated with the current news of sports like football, we're going to take a step back and look at some of the history and success of some Kansas natives inducted into the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame. Our own Kara Lyons had the opportunity to talk with some of these Kansas standouts inducted into the Hall of Fame.
The Kansas Sports Hall of Fame selects a number of Kansas native athletes that not only excelled throughout their time in college, but beyond into the pros and Olympics. The first class of honorees inducted was in 1961 with 19 inductees. This year, 12 inductees were honored, which brings the total of the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame members to 340.
It means everything. We gotta compete. We competed so many years ago, and now Kansas is coming back, and they're saying we're proud of you. So that means a lot.
For some, this accomplishment came as a little bit of a surprise, but some others hoped to see it coming.
It was always in the back of my mind, but to get that, to be recognized is just incredible. And when I got the phone call, I was pretty impressed.
It's a time to take a look at the past, and for the nominees getting inducted into the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame today, it's not about just getting inducted, it's about who they're getting inducted with.
It's a pretty special moment in terms of how connected everybody is here, so pretty spectacular moment.
In addition to the inductees being honored, Billy Mills, a KU alumni, also celebrated his 60th anniversary of bringing home gold in the 1964 Tokyo Olympic Games, and is still the only American to win the 10,000-meter race at the Olympics. It was a memorable day for these inductees and something they will cherish forever. For KUJH Sports, I'm Kara Lyons.
Thanks, Kara. All these Hall of Famers coming together to support and honor each other reminds us the true value of sports. Speaking of the Kansas Sports Hall of Honor, Frederick Allen, or you may know him as Fog Allen, was inducted into the Hall of Fame back in 1961. As KUJH's Lauren Ritchie was saying previously, Allen Fieldhouse has been under construction for quite some time. KUJH's Millie Favela joins us to tell us how the Fieldhouse is shaping up ahead of Late Night in the Fog this Friday. Millie, what's the Fieldhouse looking like?
What's up, Emily? I'm here at the Booth Family Hall of Athletics, and honestly, not too many drastic changes here on the surface. The building does appear a little bit cleaner, and there is some masonry in the front lawn, but other than that, we'll have to wait to see the inside until Friday night. Like I said, Friday night is Late Night in the Fog here at Allen Fieldhouse. Both men's and women's basketball teams will be scrimmaging before Lil Jon takes the stage. Make sure to arrive early if you were lucky enough to get your tickets, because this is something you're not going to want to miss. Back to you, Emily.
Thanks, Millie. If you're unable to make it to Late Night, be sure to tune into ESPN Plus to see both men's and women's scrimmages. It will be great to see the men's team back on the court, especially since they were recently ranked #1 on the AP Top 25 preseason poll, so go get 'em, Hawks. Just down the road at Horsch Volleyball Arena, the KU volleyball team will be back on the home court for homecoming as well. The Jayhawks were able to stay undefeated as they swept the Cincinnati Bearcats 3-0. Prominent names throughout the season like Toyosi Onabanjo and Aya Inaldi took a backseat in this game and let some rookies like freshman Reese Potachik take center stage. For her performance in the past 2 road games against West Virginia and Cincinnati, Potachik was named the Big 12 Rookie of the Week. After earning back-to-back starts for the first time in her collegiate career, she racked up 21 kills and 10 total blocks, 8 kills and 5 blocks against the Mountaineers and 13 and 5 kills against the Bearcats. The #8 Jayhawks will take on the Kansas State Wildcats in Dillon's Sunflower Showdown tonight at 6:30 p.m. If you can't make it out to Horsch, make sure to watch it live on ESPN Plus. It's a big game for us Jayhawks, so you won't want to miss that. It wouldn't be homecoming without good old KU football for sure. The team is back in action this weekend as they are set to take on the 2-4 Houston Cougars at GEHA Field this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Hopefully, the Jayhawks are well rested and will be comfortable at home and able to pull themselves out of a 5-game losing streak. The student union activities will host a tailgate at 11:30 a.m. at Arrowhead Fan Fest in Kansas City, Missouri. And the Kansas Athletics K Club will also host a tailgate at 12:30 p.m. at Arrowhead Stadium. There's no better way to support the Jayhawks before the game, so be out and show out. 2 weekends ago, KU rowing swept in the head of Oklahoma in Oklahoma City. Out of all the schools in the competition, Kansas was the only school to have all boats finish in the top 10 out of all 26 race entries. This weekend, the team will hit the road again and head northeast to the largest regatta in the world. After a boat was disqualified, unfortunately, last year due to ineligibility reasons, the entire roster is looking to bring a win back to Kansas. KU will be racing in 2 separate 4 divisions. The Club 4 will race on Saturday, and the Champ 4 will race on Sunday. This past Sunday, the women's soccer team defeated Utah 2-0 during its regular season home finale on Senior Day. Freshman Jillian Gregorski scored the game-winning goal in the 56th minute, and redshirt freshman Sophie Daw scored her 4th shutout of the season. Gregorski has helped the Jayhawks, now ranked 6-5-4, to a successful season as she scored her team-high 6th goal of the season. The Jayhawks will head out to Arizona to take on the Arizona Wildcats at 9 p.m. on Thursday and the ASU Sun Devils at 3 p.m. on Sunday. That's all the sports I have for you today, and thank you for joining us here on KUJH Sports. As we move into the fall, there are plenty of events around Lawrence for residents to celebrate the season and spend time with friends. Learn more after the break.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back. From late night to Saturday's football game, there are lots of events coming up this weekend.
Sam Hansen joins us with the final update on weekend weather. Sam.
Yes, thank you. It looks like all that wind caused us some technical issues over at Allen Fieldhouse just now. And that same wind will be a factor for late night in the fog tomorrow. Temperature-wise, it'll be fine, but those strong winds could definitely cause some of the tents and other activities that they have set up out there to maybe blow over. We'll have to see. Hopefully they're tied down well, but that's something to watch as we head into tomorrow evening. If you're heading out to Arrowhead Stadium for the game against Houston on Saturday, it'll be very pleasant with a couple of clouds out there. Be around 74 at kickoff, but overall near perfect football weather. Taking one more look at our forecast, and again, we're entering that period where it'll be chilly in the morning, but come the afternoon when you get out of class, it'll be perfect t-shirt and shorts weather, as the lows will be down in the upper 40s as we head through the next week, again with that chance of rain on Monday. Back to you.
Thanks, Sam. There's a new spot on Mass Street that has gotten a lot of attention from the Lawrence community. KUJH's Lindsay Ryan has more.
Sinkers and Blades Lounge had their grand opening last weekend. With mini golf, axe throwing, and more, this new spot is the place to be.
Our mini golf course, it's 19 holes in total, 9 regular mini golf, and then 9 tabletop, or 10, I don't know. There's a lot of each. And then we have 6 lanes for axe throwing.
With names from Sassy Squatch to Ace Espresso, the lounge has a unique cocktail menu with a variety of fun drinks to try. There's no other axe throwing place or mini golf spot in the Lawrence area, making Sinkers and Blade a perfect spot for anyone looking to try something new. Kansas, one of the customers participating in axe throwing, said this was his first time.
It's been great so far. Great way to let off some steam for sure.
Sinkers and Blades Lounge is perfect for any situation.
It's a great place for first dates, second dates, dates of all kind. I think it's a great place for families to come and make memories. I think it's unique in that it spans like all generations. We want the youngsters, we want the college kids, we want the young professionals, we want, the boomers. Come on down. And I think everyone can find something fun to do. But I first and foremost think of it as a community space.
With axe throwing, drinks, and putt-putt, there's something for everyone.
Sinkers and Blade Lounge opens at 4 p.m. every day except Thursday and is open till midnight. And for more information, you can head over to our website at KUJH.com.
Spooky season is upon us in Lawrence, Kansas, and KUJH's Kelly Rowe has a terrifically terrifying experience for you to attend.
Let the nightmare begin at the Lucia, Lawrence's very own Halloween pop-up bar and grill. Created by 1313 Mockingbird Lane owner Terry Taylor, he tells us his inspiration for this spooky celebration.
So, Lucia did Christmas pop-up last December called Snowed In. We went in and we expected just some Christmas trees and some lights and stuff. We walked in and it was just like Christmas had just exploded in there. We loved it. My wife and I have been wanting to open up a haunted house in Lawrence since the dawn of history. We wanted to do something that was all ages so people could bring their kids, so nothing's like too scary. My wife and I are dreamers and we love Halloween and we love the community and we wanted to do something fun with the community.
Taylor has high hopes that the nightmare will continue in the future.
We figure every year we'll switch maybe like 20% of it every year. So since we had to build everything, we don't have to do as much labor each year.
There is truly something for everyone, including themed booths that feature classics like Friday the 13th and Ghostbusters. One attendee said,
I really liked the screen thing to us that had like the lights hanging with the letters, just like they do with the movies. It was really cool.
Now until November 3rd, you could come enjoy all things fun and spooky at Volusia. For KUJH News, I'm Kelly Rowe.
Thanks, Kelly. If you're interested in attending this spooky celebration, go to KUJHnews.com to learn more about upcoming events.
Well, that's all we have for you this morning. Check out KUJH on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for exclusive content, and keep up to date on the latest stories at KUJHnews.com. I'm Cameron McCrory.
And I'm Sydney Clark. KUJH News will be back next Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Have a great day.